Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Askdpros, the platform where we motivate, inspire our listeners. We tend to bring professionals, entrepreneurs, or anybody that's doing good and who wants to make a difference. Bring them on the show and they tell their story. And Africa, or we from minority, we want to put our story out there so people will know, we're doing good, we're doing great things, we're great achievers, And on this show, I've got some medical engineering, and he's also got a PhD too. So this young guy is done good for himself, and without saying much, Kevin Bahun-Wilson, welcome to Askdpros.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm really glad to be invited today.
Yeah, that's good. So, Kevin, as you know, we all got a story to tell,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I know your story. It's gonna be a great story because and knowing how you've how you come from your days of your schools and schooling and up to your PhD, and I know there will probably be some struggle along the way.
For sure.
So those are part of the story you want to tell us. In a way, also motivating us and inspiring us to say, it's been hard, but I did it. Boy, did good.
I'm really glad to be here, and I'm glad to be able to share my story, and I hope that it will inspire a few people.
Yeah, good, Kevin. And another thing about Kevin again, that I feel to mention was Kevin started a movement which is afroballers. So basically, Kevin is just trying to promote Africans are playing basketball around the world, which is a very good thing. Trying to promote us. Trying to same like what I'm doing. Trying to tell the world, we're doing good. We're balling. We're excelling in our different careers. And Kevin is gonna tell us more about that. So Kevin, the ball is on your cup now.
Yeah.
What's your story,
Yeah,
Kevin?
so I was
Tell
born
us.
and raised in France. I grew up next to Switzerland, next to Geneva actually. I grew up in a city called Voltaire
Okay.
/ Ornay. So as you can hear from my accent, I can.
You can speak French.
I can speak French. Yeah.
Good.
So so I grew up there to my A levels, which is the baccalaureate for the French people. And then after that, I moved to England. I went to University of Bradford. So at that time I was 19. I just turned 19.
Okay.
And I studied medical engineering for 3 years. And once I graduated, I wanted to move. I wanted to study nanotechnology or something related to nanotech. So I was meant to start my master's in University of Leeds. I got accepted for MSc in nano engineering, and when I started it, before I started actually, I found a poster. Actually, my father found a poster of a professor that was in my university doing oil and gas.
Okay.
And my father is in the oil and gas sector, and it was really insistent on me trying the oil and gas sector and things.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Like masters in the UK is only 1 year. I can ask this lady to be my supervisor as well for my masters.
Okay.
And this email that I sent to that woman, to this lady, over the summer turned out to be a PhD offer at the end. So
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so instead of going to Leeds to do my masters, within a month I found myself
Doing
a PhD.
Okay.
So the PhD was in nanotech in the oil and gas sector.
Okay.
It was about developing a method to enhance oil productions.
Okay.
So the project has been really, really successful, and now I finished, so I'm a doctor. And like I was saying, it's been successful, and now I've been proposed to continue this project for the university
Okay.
as a postdoctoral researcher.
Okay.
So now I'm working towards commercializing the product, the research,
Okay.
into a real life application.
Okay. So you transitioned from your first degree from doing your PhD. Were there any difficulties? What would you say were the difficulties that you faced?
That was really tough because, like I was mentioning, I did medical engineering.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of biology, also the human body.
Okay.
But for some reason, I always like more of the nano stuff.
Okay.
But doing those studies, I've realized that this whole nano stuff, that's very clear. So yeah, the transition from mechanical engineering to PhD was really tough. Firstly, because when you do a bachelor degree, they give you the work that you have to do yourself, right? So they say they want this for this day, they want this for this day. So that's easy, like you're guided. But when you do PhD, you're an independent researcher. So you have to do the research yourself. And that was tough at the beginning, especially if I'm coming from a bachelor.
Okay.
So I had to, come up with a rig. I had to design the whole thing by myself.
Okay.
I had to try it for myself, then analyze the result by myself, then judge by myself if that was good enough. And then I had to show that to my professor to show that, my critical thinking
it's on point.
is on point, exactly.
Yeah.
So all these things, all the things that happened in the PhD, I learned how to become independent, do my own research, and how to validate things
Okay.
On a high level, because obviously, like I was mentioning, the PhD was for oil and gas firm, one of the biggest firms in the world.
Okay.
So obviously, like the work had to be spot on good.
Yeah, you gotta be on point.
Yeah, you gotta be on point on that. So I think the PhD comparison to the bachelor taught me to be always trying to aim for the state of the art, always to be top notch. That's what the PhD taught me in life. The bachelor taught me more. I know bachelor is different, man. It's really I've learned a lot more from the PhD that I've learned from my bachelor.
Yeah, because with the PhD, it deals with a lot of research, doesn't it?
Exactly. You do a lot of research. You do a lot of reading. And the thing is that sometimes you be in an area that you're researching, you be the only person in that area, or there be maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 people in that area that specialize in what you're doing. So you have to do a lot of research, and you have to analyze a lot, repeat what you've done to see if it's really working.
Okay.
And then you have to be able to document it as well, so people can reproduce and potentially also validate what you're saying. So research, so research is really something that's really good, because it's really teaching you to be a precise person, and always trying to aim for state-of-the-art results.
It is because I guess you have to be thorough, because people that are also doing the PhD behind you, they want to reference your work.
Exactly.
So you need to be thorough and know what you're doing.
Exactly. You gotta be very thorough. And the thing is that you have to be thorough, precise, and there's no the work has to be the work has to be your work, and you can't lie about your work as well.
Yes.
These are important things. So like in terms of integrity, the PhD teach you to be to have integrity, It's teaching you precision,
Okay.
focus,
Yeah.
and vision, because there'll be moments where you'll be struggling,
Okay.
you wouldn't get any results. But from the results that's not working, there's at least a little something that worked. So you take that little something that worked, and you're trying to push it a little further and further and further, and then you get to somewhere.
But it's all about not giving up.
Yeah.
Keep pushing.
But the thing is, like, it's not just keep pushing. It's also you gotta keep pushing and analyze.
Yeah.
Analyze and strike again. You gotta sit. Sometimes you gotta sit back and attack.
Recalculate.
Yeah, recalculate. And then attack stronger. So that's what the PhD do. I think another way of maybe saying what I've done is like the PhD was like a mini business project, right? I had 3 years to go from an idea to something real, to potentially, bring it to the market. So like people were paying you for 3 years to develop it and make it market ready. Almost market ready. So you gotta take it as it's your own baby, it's your own startup. It's like eat by yourself, it's like a startup. And you baby this idea a bit until it becomes, until it grows up to something real.
Yeah, just like baby steps, yeah?
Yeah, baby steps, yeah.
Yeah, good. So how long did the whole PhD thing take you?
So 3 years to do the research, and then it took me about 6 months to write the whole thesis.
Wow.
But then, I moved back to France, and it was a bit slow.
You moved back to your roots.
I moved back to mommy's house, you know.
To mommy's house.
I moved back to mommy's house, moved back, and from there, it was a bit slower to finish, I would say, because I would send my work to the UK, and obviously I'm not there to get the corrections from the professors, and just complicate things. So it took me, at the end, it took me a year to submit it, but it took me 6 months to write it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Okay, good. So, in between your bachelor's and your PhD, did you engage in any work activity, like working for a company?
Not working for a company. Like I was mentioning, I work for a big oil and gas firm. So we had weekly, we had calls every 2 weeks to 1 month to update on the work. Because these are big oil and gas firms. The pressure is on. The pressure. It's not the pressure. The pressure is not on, but you're always striving for greatness. Whatever you're achieving, you're striving for greatness because your name is associated to these companies.
Okay.
They see you. They talk to you every week, every 2 weeks. So you gotta make sure that you're precise and always on top of your game. And so yeah, I would say that I was meeting those companies every 2 weeks, but it was really a lot of pressure all throughout the PhD because you never wanted to disappoint them, and you always want to have your name associated to greatness. I would say, or striving to have your name associated to greatness, because whenever they go to a conference or they go meet other people, when they talk about you, they would say good things about you. So that's the only work I kind of got involved in. I would say, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. So, how did the Kevin that he's into medical research and all that, and done his PhD? What was the link with basketball? Because I want to know your link with basketball.
Oh, so basketball, man. It's a long story, man. So like basketball, I've been playing from age 11 to age 17, I would say. Yeah, I played for 6 years, and I studied in Switzerland. Played in Geneva for a club called Mera. I was playing with. I played with the NBA player called Trin Capella. He was younger than me, but we played a few times together.
Okay.
And so from then, I always loved basketball. I'm always reading news about basketball, and when I stopped basketball, I was always going every day. I go on websites and read about basketball news, and I'm aware of everything that goes on with basketball. I watch basketball shows for hours if I'm bored. I don't know, man. I just love basketball to a great extent. It's like.
So was that what gave you your inspiration to come up with the idea of afroballers?
Afroballers. No, afroballers came. Afroballers was, I would say, the idea really started throughout my PhD, especially the year I was writing my thesis. You'd be watching basketball. When you're writing, sometimes you'd be bored. You'd be just putting on the highlights on YouTube, or you'd be watching a game if you're working overnight, then you'd be seeing Giannis. You'd be seeing Embiid, and you're just thinking, man, those African dudes are killing it.
Killing it, yeah?
They're killing it in the NBA. And I'm like, wow, but how come there's no media, African media, trying to,
Okay.
emphasize all this?
Okay.
Like I see a lot of pages online now, Instagram, where, on the whole African culture is being really emphasized, it's going global, that million of followers.
Okay.
I'm thinking this could be the same. The NBA is a league that's producing $7.1 billion. That's what they produced in 2017, 2018.
Wow.
In revenue. From basketball, you can create so many opportunities.
Yes.
And this industry is big. It's got a big fan base, and I'm sure there's a lot of fans in Africa.
I guess it's $1 billion industry, isn't it?
Oh, NBA is a $1 billion industry. And I was checking out the list last time and of basketball teams, and I think teams that are really, really low, they still make at least 1 to 2 million a year. So, you know, that's basketball is something that, you know, could benefit Africa. You know, the commercialization of sport is important. You got to be able to take opportunity from that. So I sort of had those ideas when I started the page. It wasn't clear, but first of all, what I wanted to do from the beginning was to highlight African ball players to the world. The Embiid, the Giannis, the Dennis Schroeders. These are guys that, you know, making a name for themselves in the league, and these are stories that we African descent guys hear. So that's how it started. But then, as a kid, I've been going to Africa a lot. Every summer, every other year, I would go to Africa.
Where in Africa you go to?
So I'm from Benin.
Togo?
I'm Togolese Beninese.
Yes.
And I also got some Ghanaian roots.
Okay.
My family lives in Ghana.
Okay.
So when I would go to Africa, I would go to, I mean, if you look at the map, they all next to each other. So most of the time I would start in Benin, then drive to Togo, and then I would end up in Ghana because that's where my dad lives. So because I've been going there for years, I see the evolution, and I see what's happening. And I'm telling you now, the Africa's business revolution is going to happen soon. Ghana, the way it's going right now, I mean, it's already one of the top nations in Africa at the moment in terms of economics.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only now they starting to invest in other things than just the typical oil and gas. You know, they're going into fintech, they're going into real estate development, they're going into agriculture, and sports is almost nothing about it. And that's an industry that's completely dead, an industry that could bring a lot of money for Africa, that could literally revolutionize what we're doing. And when you actually look at Africa at the moment, there's a few countries, you know, they be #1 producers of cocoa or rice, but they're not fully benefiting from what they're producing as well, because, you know, the big European firms or American firms are, you know, taking advantage of most of it. So we gotta be able to produce. The thing about Africa is we are so blessed in what we have there in terms of
mineral resources,
and even
raw
materials, talents.
Talents. Raw talents in Africa.
Raw talents. We got. I mean, it's just a land that's blessed overall in all type of ways. It's a land that's blessed in all type of ways, and we gotta take all the opportunities that we can take, and I think sports is one that, you know, that could really be a game changer.
Yeah, we gotta take that opportunity, because like what you're doing, afroballers, and what I'm doing, Askdpros, it's all like what you're saying, showcasing Africa and telling our stories, because they tend to not, like, people tend to not just tell our stories, and like anything good could come from Africa. Or, you know, if we showcase that, touch like that, and say, you know what, we've got talent, we've got, you know, raw materials, we've got things in Africa that, you know, so it's just telling people about us, really, and trying to just.
I mean, afroballers is about thinking about us, but it's also about awakening people about what's happening there, that there are opportunities, and like you must know that the NBA is going to launch a league in Africa in 2020.
Yes.
And just from this, you know, a lot of opportunities can arise.
Yeah, because there'll be the academy. Academy is going to be there. You know, they'll try and tap young talents, because it happens in football. But I don't think it happens in basketball in Africa yet. But with football, I know a lot of scouts go to Africa to tap talents and talents and bring them overseas.
But the thing is that all this scouting thing is good for European teams, but we got to think about Africa. You know, you have to start thinking about grassroots development as well for the kids to develop our own talents, and you know that's what we have to think about as well. We don't want to only export. We gotta be able to have African talent produced, raised, bred in Africa that go to the NBA and do it. So that's what I think. I mean, that's what I believe the NBA is trying to do now as well. They've done NBA Academy, so they take young kids that I think maybe about 14 to 15 up to 18.
Okay.
And some of them, they will go to college in America afterwards. But those talents up to age 18, you know, they've been training in Africa. And I think now the league is still new, so it's only now they're starting to have players going overseas. But hopefully, you know, those players also have a great impact in the NCAA, which is the college basketball university.
Okay.
And then hopefully a few of them, you know, go to the NBA, if not all of them, go to the NBA and have an impact. And then that would be, I mean, the story would be great. African talent, born, raised, bred, trained in Africa.
Yes.
Compete in America,
In Europe and America.
Europe and America, and killing it there. You know, that's a whole different story. You know, because people like Embiid, even though they are African, born and raised, at age 16, you know, they went to top academy in America and they trained him hard, and you know, we got there. So you still got a bit of American training, but players that could, you know, potentially go to the NBA and they actually learn the game from like properly in Africa, then you know that would be a different story. So
yeah, that's a good initiative. But if I could remember, there was this Nigerian basketballer Akim Olajuwon. I think do you know Akim Olajuwon? I think the likes of Akim. I think when they were playing basketball over in America, I think they didn't see this vision. They didn't see this, because I would think that, you know, for as big as it is, a big player, he would probably put a movement, you know, for NBA to kind of like go to Africa and scout these guys, you know. But I know I'm talking way back, you know, way back. Akim was way back, but
like the 90s, two-time MVP.
Yeah.
Akim. The thing about the 90s that it's not like now. Now we got social media, so the black stories are changing. You know.
Yes.
People back then used to see Africa as land full of poverty and people dying of famine and everything. But now we got our own media, and now you see that Africa is popping. You got Afrobeat that's showing that we are cool people, that we have a whole culture.
You see like the likes of Nigerian music, you know, popping and doing mad videos of South Africans killing it.
Exactly.
You know, even Togolese and you know, killing it, you know, and even footballers like I think Imale Adebayo is Togolese, isn't it? You know, so we got talent in Africa, killing it.
We got talents in music. I mean, everything entertainment, we got it, man.
Yeah, we got it.
Period. You know, that's our thing. So you know, but the thing is that now this is a lot more is coming from Africa, and people are actually proud of being African.
Yes.
And that's what matters now. Like, you gotta be proud of who you are, where you're coming from. You know, these are stories that really matter, and that we should all emphasize more. And I mean, it's in our day and age, man, we got social media that's really playing a big part.
Yes. And so that's the same thing I'm doing with my podcast. You know, so showcasing Africa, you know, and trying to put us out there on the map. You know, because with social media now, things can easily travel,
trend, go viral.
You know, go viral. You know,
exactly.
And try and just, you know, help each other out, try and put each other out there, and try and help like a brother, you know, help each other like a brother. You know, be there for your brother, be there for your sisters, and put them out and try and make something out of nothing. You understand? So with this whole afroballer movement, you know, what do you want to achieve with afroballer?
Be on Instagram first of all. Good. Then secondly, I wanna start building a few partnerships with you know, few big brands.
Okay.
I think at the moment there's not many people doing what I'm doing. And there's something unique about the movement that, you know, that could really change the way African basketball is going to be viewed by the world. So I really want to take the opportunity to to really display African talents to the world and show that we got talents and change the African stories. And also, like, one thing I wanted to do as well was with the afroballers is that I wanted to make a media that's clean and clear, because when people think about African people, they always think about messiness and laziness and stuff, those type of things. But when I started afroballers, I wanted to really change the way people see Africa. So that's sort of where what I want to do with the page. But like, yeah, so like I was saying, partnerships, and yeah, hopefully get a few big things.
Good. And I see, because I go on afroballers on Instagram, and I see your followers are increasing. You're putting nice videos out there. Always on point.
Thank you. You're trying, man. I'm trying, bro.
I see you killing it. You're killing it. You're getting the recognition. People are going on your page, and the page is growing. Which is a good story. True story. Good. It's good. So what would you say to a kid that probably back in Africa that's kind of like listen to you now, Kevin speaking, on your achievements, being your bachelor's degree, your PhD, now starting this movement of afroballers. What would you say to that kid that wants to draw inspiration from what you're doing or what you're saying? What would you say to
wants to draw inspiration? Whatever you're doing, have fun with it. Have fun with it and enjoy yourself. And at the end of the day, we always think that to be free is to do whatever you want. But what I call freedom is when you're dedicated to what you actually like and do sacrifices to believe in of what you want to live from. So this is what I call the wheel of freedom. So if I see a kid now today and I tell him, man, keep working and work towards achieving your dreams, and trust me, no matter where it is, you'll be able to make a living out of it. That's what I tell the kid.
Good. Well said, Kevin. Well said. So do you have any future plans? What are your future plans? So what is your next year goal for Afroballer and for Kevin as
first of all,
as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, as an entrepreneur. Like I'm looking to, by the time the BAL launch, the Basketball Africa League is going to launch, I'm hoping to be an official partner of that league.
Good.
And I'm also looking to have some partnerships with the NBA. But God's willing, we never know. We see how it goes. And so for the next year, that's it. And by next year, man, I'm not gonna tell you, like for my life, I'd like to make afroballers the main thing in my life. I'm also, in terms of in my professional life as well, I'm also facing some nice challenges. Like I was saying, there's potential of commercializing my PhD idea, and that's great, guys. This is something that was pretty much a concept and an idea that being that's been worked on for 3 years.
Okay.
And now big oil and gas firms are willing to try it. So on the field, and when I say big firms, these are really the biggest names you can hear in the oil and gas sector. And so if I can also potentially commercialize what I've developed, or at least try it on the field.
So hope when that goes big for you, you won't forget about afroballers.
But afroballers is I'm African,
Yeah.
I love basketball. It's something that that's
it's in you.
It's in me. Basketball is in me. I watch basketball. Before afroballers, I was watching basketball every day. It feels natural to me. I love science and engineering, but trust me, if afroballers become the main thing in my life, they can always find a researcher to push it further. Like I said, document everything. If somebody takes what I've written, you can just take it. It's like a cool book. You can just literally try it and continue what I'm doing. But afroballers really feels unique to me, and if I can make a living out of it, I do it without even thinking. I just be natural.
Yeah, I guess you for me you're on the right path. From what I've seen so far, I guess you're meeting your goals, and you definitely gonna get a living from it, because all you need to do is just stick around, keep pushing, keep trying new things, and keep evolving with the technology.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Because things change. Things
You gotta
change.
be aware of what's going on.
Yes, things change all the
You gotta
time.
be aware of what's
Change
going
all the time. Like, for if I could talk about myself, like when I started this podcasting, if you
Yeah.
go to my first episode, they didn't really sound that great. It's not as if I'm kind of like putting myself down, but
on.
what I'm trying to say here is that, when you start something, always try to look for better ways to make that thing better.
Exactly.
There's always something new out there. There's always
Strive for
something.
greatness, man.
Yes,
That's strive for
yes.
greatness, man. That's the motto of life.
Yes. So as time goes by, my recording is getting better,
That's
videos
good,
is
bro.
getting better.
That's all blessed, bro.
Editing is getting better. So it's just that. So as long as you're on that path, Kevin, I'm just. It's not as if I'm God or anything, but I know it's gonna get there. You're gonna get to your goals. Definitely, 100%.
I hope so. Thank you very much. Same to you, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're doing is really remarkable. Everybody that's listening to this podcast today, please give him a follow and keep listening to him. He's really trying to change
Thanks, Kevin.
the African narrative. Our stories the African story is not what people think it is. So let us tell you what it's really like. To be African and trying to be successful in this world.
Yeah, tell our story the best way we can, and try and paint a different narrative, to what people are already used to.
Exactly, because man. I mean, like being African or just black in general, there's a lot of people that would be thinking things they wouldn't even say nothing, but you just.
Yeah, because already there's always CEOs like
It's amazing,
like one fraudsters. Like fraudsters, they say, oh, Africans are, especially like Nigerians, are fraudsters. Is way corrupt. But there's corruption everywhere.
Yeah, there's corruption everywhere.
So it's just for us, me and you. Like I know there are others out there that would hopefully they will listen to this podcast and team up and try and paint a different story, and try and tell a different story, because I know we got good story, got good story from Africa.
We are like at the moment what we've done is nothing, but there's some people, that done great things for Africa.
Yes.
And that really changed the African narrative.
Yes.
We are only on the baby steps, we're only taking the first steps. But there's a lot of people that we are looking up to that are really setting the standard high for us.
Yes.
And that you're open to eventually meet and taking the inspiration straight away from them.
Yeah. Hopefully I meet them one day and I'll take it from there.
Yeah, for you, man. I hope I hope that one day you get Barack, bro.
Hey man, say amen to that, bro.
For that podcast, bro.
Barack Obama on the podcast. Askdpros. Yeah, good.
That's gonna happen, bro. That's gonna happen. Just keep working, stay at it, and everything will work out.
Yeah, Kevin, it's been nice talking to you, and I know it's you're a very busy guy, and I really appreciate, grateful that you gave me your time to come speak to you, interview you on this, and you've told us about a bit of your career and all that, and your little baby, afroballers, as an entrepreneur, and which is good, and I hope all that goes well for you in future.
I appreciate it. I
Good.
appreciate it. Thank you very much for inviting me to your podcast. I'm really honored, and I'm really thankful. So all the best to you as well.
Thanks.
And to many more successes, brother.
Good, Kevin. Thanks. And for those of you that want to follow us on Instagram, it's Askdpros. And if you have a question you want to ask Kevin, you can drop me a DM, or you can drop me an email. It's askdpros@gmail.com. And we're also on Facebook, Askdpros. And it's been nice talking to you, Kevin. And I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And guys, it's afroballers on Instagram. afroballers on Twitter. That's where I'm mostly active for now. But very soon, we're going to spread the website. But it's in the works. But yeah.
So guys, go follow afroballers. I bet you, man. I don't get off that page every day. I just go on the page and see the latest videos. His videos are they are the baddest. Trust me on that. Go afroballers.
Thank you very much.
No worries.